Assalamualaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Finance Minister has said the country's financial institutions are being put on modern lines under the reforms process. A meeting of Economic Coordination Committee will be held in Islamabad today. The flight operation at Sadr Sharif Airport resumed today after 17 years. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops arrested several youth during violent cordon and search operations in Srinagar. And now the news in detail. Finance Minister Hafiz Sheikh has said the country's financial institutions are being put on modern lines under the reforms process. In an interview with PTV, he said despite coronavirus, the GDP growth rate is expected to be 3%, which indicates a good performance. The Finance Minister noted the reforms process and economic revival will boost the world's confidence on Pakistan. A meeting of Economic Coordination Committee chaired by Finance Minister Hafiz Sheikh will be held in Islamabad today. It will discuss overall economic situation of the country. The flight operation at Sadr Sharif Airport has resumed today after 17 years. The first flight of Pakistan International Airlines PK650 successfully landed at Sadr Sharif Airport from Islamabad International Airport. The step has been taken to further promote the tourism industry of the province. Earlier, the operation was suspended due to terrorism in the region. Addressing the ceremony at Sadr Sharif Airport, Federal Minister for Aviation Ghulam Sarwar Khan termed the reopening a successful move from terrorism to tourism. He said it will help flourish tourism and export industries in the region. Speaking on the occasion, Federal Minister for Communications Murad Saeed thanked Prime Minister Imran Khan and Aviation Minister Ghulam Sarwar Khan for their support in operationalization of flights from Swat. He said with more tourism, the revenue generation will increase and the issue of employment opportunities will also be tackled. Murad Saeed said initially domestic flights have been resumed at the airport and international flights will be resumed in the second phase. Chief Minister Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Mahmood Khan said the government has fulfilled its promises with the people of terrorism-affected Malakand division. 63 more deaths due to coronavirus and 4,368 new positive cases were reported in the country during the last 24 hours. The death toll due to pandemic has now reached 14,091, while 5,91,145 patients stand recovered from the disease. Federal Minister for National Food Security and Research Syed Fakhr Imam has said that Pakistan would never make compromise on Kashmir issue. In an interview with private channel, he said Pakistan has made extensive efforts to highlight the gross human rights violations by the Indian government in the Indian illegally occupied Kashmir at the diplomatic level. He asked India to immediately end the continuing lockdown, communications blockade, and media blackout in IIOJK and release the incarcerated Kashmiri leadership. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops arrested several youth during violent cordon and search operations in Srinagar. The troops launched house-to-house search operations in different areas of Srinagar city after 2 Indian paramilitary troops, including a sub-inspector, G.D. Mangadev Burman, and a constable were killed in an attack at Lewapura on the outskirts of Srinagar. Eyewitnesses told media persons that Indian troops along with paramilitary forces barged into the houses of several pro-freedom activists, including one prominent Kashmiri Mujahid commander, Nadeem Akbar Butt, in Budgam. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Eritrea has agreed to withdraw its forces from Tigray, which witnessed mass atrocities against civilians during the months-long conflict in the restive region. In a tweet, he said, restoring trust-based people-to-people relations among our citizens in the Tigray region and fellow Eritreans across the border is essential. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.